Good afternoon, everyone. Romney Smith at WTOC for The News Now. This is where we bring you stories that we're working on for you right now, just quick and easy so you can stay in the loop of everything going on in the Coastal Empire and the Low Country. We are on various platforms. That includes our website, our apps, our over-the-top platforms, and social media. I want to highlight Facebook. That's where you can actually interact with us live. I see several of you online right now saying hello. I see you, Tracy Dome and Michelle Crumbly, Rick Jervis. Thank you guys so much for logging on. Okay, so we all know that local churches all around the country do a lot to help people, and especially here in the local community as well. But someone took advantage by selling drugs on church property. Yes, you heard correctly. Savannah Chatham Counter Narcotics Team said 28-year-old Ebony Cooper was openly selling marijuana and THC edibles on church property. Law enforcement discovered it via a social media search where it was being advertised. Well, okay, so the church itself didn't know. An outside vendor actually hosted an entrepreneur event at the church property, and that's where the edibles were being sold. I'm not naming the church because it did not have anything directly to do with the event or know that illegal activity was happening. Certainly, the Lord would not sanction that. But Cooper and a friend named Leah Presley went off-site after agents made an undercover buy of the edibles and searched their vehicle. That's where they found even more marijuana edibles, more than $1,000 in cash, and a loaded gun. They also believe that she had the loaded gun on her on the church property when she was selling those marijuana edibles. The women involved both face felony drug charges. I see a comment from Rosemary Grant saying no respect for the Lord's house. Keep in mind it was on the property, not necessarily in the sanctuary, but still shocking, right? Selling drugs on church property at an entrepreneur event. Look, I get it. Everyone wants a side hustle to bring in a little money, but you got to think twice when your side hustle is illegal, especially doing it on church property and you're advertising on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Cops can search those. They know the hashtags. So, you know, drugs for Jesus is not a good hashtag. That just doesn't work, guys. I'm just saying that. Okay. Oh, look, a bunch more comments. You guys do not like that story. Michelle Crumley saying, oh, heck no. I was shocked, too. It's actually the #1 story on our website right now. Quite shocking. But, again, they are both facing felony drug charges. Just goes to show you our local law enforcement are constantly not only working on tips from the community, but proactively searching social media as well. And sometimes people advertise their illegal activity and they respond, do an undercover buy, and then make an arrest. So kudos to the cops for that. All right, Georgia State troopers are still investigating the chase that took the lives of 2 people, including the Little Wissey police chief. Troopers say they started chasing Danielle Michael Toronto Hill Jr. Saturday night in Liberty County. They tried to pull him over because initially he was speeding, but then Hill led them west on Highway 84 until he crashed at a gas station in Little Wissey. A motorcycle driver identified as Marvin Pope was killed in that crash. Little Wissey Police Chief Frank McClellan Jr. was also killed. McClellan was trying to stop traffic on Highway 84 and assist at the time when he was killed. Long County Sheriff Craig Noble says the investigation is really tough on his department, but they are not treating it any differently.
We always give each case as much consideration and investigative effort as possible. You know, when it's a member of law enforcement family, obviously it hits home closer. But the investigative process is the same.
Hill was arrested at the crash scene and has already made 1 court appearance. He's facing 2 charges of felony vehicular homicide and other charges as well. Troopers are still trying to figure out why he sped away when they were first trying to stop him for speeding. The flag, by the way, at the Little Wissey Police Department was lowered to half staff yesterday, and a wreath continues to hang outside the door in honor of the police chief. There will be a visitation for Chief McClellan tomorrow from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Gerald D. McClellan Elementary School cafeteria. The funeral is scheduled for 4 p.m. Wednesday at First Baptist of Little Wissey. He will then be buried in Jones Creek Memorial Gardens. I see a lot of you commenting right now. That was sad. Missy Cruz weighing in, saying prayers to the family for their loss. It is certainly a very sad situation anytime we have a death as a result of a speeding driver, but certainly to learn that not only was a motorcyclist killed, but the police chief of Little Wissey. Certainly we've gotten a lot of comments online. He was very well respected and loved by his community. Okay, so right now let's take a break and get a look at weather and what we're expecting this afternoon from WTOC meteorologist Cutter Martin.
Forecast, Safe Touch Security First Alert Live Radar. We are noticing a little bit of shower and thunderstorm activity developing. Zooming down into the metro, you can almost see that a sea breeze boundary kind of indicated by the light green line that's working its way inland there, the last few frames of radar. And behind it, you can see showers and our initial thunderstorm activity developing. So as we go through the afternoon, notice that bright white band of clouds just inland from the coastline, moving inland and westward, kind of helping lift the air and allowing new showers and thunderstorms to develop. That'll be the case through 4, 5, 6 o'clock this evening. It's a gradual process, but as we get to sunset and then especially thereafter, 8, 9, 10 o'clock this evening, we will lose the heat in the atmosphere and rain chances will begin to diminish. Looking fairly quiet through the evening and overnight hours, but just a heads up, you could get poured on this afternoon. Keep your wet weather alerts on in the WTOC weather app.
All right, so carry that umbrella with you. I want to dip back into our top story. A few of you popped into the newscast a little bit late, so let me highlight it for you. 2 women now in jail after selling drugs on church property. Yes, you heard me right. 28-year-old Ebony Cooper was openly selling marijuana edibles and THC edibles during an entrepreneur event. It was not hosted by the church, which is why we're not naming the church. Church leaders did not know about this. It was actually done by an outside vendor who rented space on their property, and then she signed up as one of the entrepreneurs. Guys, I get it. People need to make money. Entrepreneurial spirit, I respect that. However, when it's illegal and you advertise it on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, cops know how to search hashtags. And they did, and then they came, and they made an illegal buy, and then they certainly charged her and a friend with felony drug charges. So, you know what, guys? This is just, y'all are funny with these comments. I can't even read all of them because some of them are inappropriate, but you're making me laugh. I can read one from Francis Spears saying, "Lord have mercy, prayers sent." There you go. That's a good one. You guys are funny. Good hashtags that y'all are making up. But you know what? This is real. It did happen. They made an arrest, so it's good to know. But we aren't going to name the church because, again, the church did not sanction it. And I wouldn't want y'all to say anything bad about the church because certainly they're probably facing some embarrassment and now have to do some extra background checks to make sure that all of the events hosted on the property are, in fact, legal. All right, guys, we have a lot more news to get to. Coming up at 3 o'clock, I'm going to get back to work. Thank you, Nicole Napier, saying best news lady. I have fun with my job. I hope you guys have fun, too. Thank you for watching. We'll be back. And, of course, you can always reach our top news stories on our website. That's new and improved, by the way. Check it out, WTOC.com.